Hand clap to the masses. Powerful clap right there, guys. We are back again for another vibrations on the one and only Mystelics Reacts. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. We are definitely going to be reacting to some rather interesting thing. By the way, guys, you guys actually got the thumbs up in like no time. In like less than, I think, an hour and a half, you guys got 150 thumbs up. So we can do things, brothers and sisters. We can definitely do things. Now, guys, I was going to be reacting to Joseph Isaac, aka Mr. Speak of the House, on his own turf, and then reacting to Annette on Friday. But I realized both of them actually sync together. So we're going to be doing that right there and then, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on our post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And with that said, guys, round of applause goes on to each and every one of you guys who definitely tuned into another reaction video. Let's get it right there, guys.
So to make up for the significant shortfall in grants, what we see is that the government is relying heavily
on CBI,
on citizenship by investment program.
Not on growth factors, brothers and sisters, but on CBI. Let's continue.
At first glance, one would say that it is commendable that 90% of the supplementary estimates was financed from local sources. But
CBI.
upon closer analysis, we see that it is the sale of passports that is a significant source of local revenue.
Obviously. Where else would they get it? It's not from growth factors they're getting it. Obviously from CBI.
We in the opposition have long expressed our disquiet and misgivings
Accountability
about the absence of transparency and accountability with respect to the CBI. But that I will return to on another occasion.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, as we found out with the banana industry, it is dangerous for any country to put its eggs in one basket.
One basket, yes.
This over-reliance on a single revenue source, that is the CBI, is dangerous.
Yep.
And it is clearly unsustainable.
True that. There's no sustainability factor when it comes into this thing, especially when competition is out there. Now, guys, this is where I actually reacted to other parts.
As we now know what is happening in Africa, we cannot continue to use this political strategy at the cost of our country.
Now, I reacted to different parts.
Mr. Speaker, in this question,
she said
to meet more than $275
million
worth of unforeseen debt.
Yes. So I reacted to these kind of parts there.
Community Center.
Zero. So I reacted to these kind of parts there right there, guys. You can check out the previous video. I'll post that link in the first comment in the comment box below. But let's continue right there, guys.
Mr. Speaker, I listened to the Honorable Hosea Frederick, my colleague, my brother.
Kalinago brother.
And I could tell that he was not confident in his deliberations.
Of course not.
Because he knows the reality in the Salibia constituency.
Because zero things have been done to the Salibia constituency.
And I'm very happy that he did not come here and brag about the performance of the Dominica Labour Party, because he knows
nothing has been done
about the Salibia constituency.
Yep, he knows.
Mr. Speaker, this government needs to meet their responsibility of representing the interests of the Kalinago people.
Yep, and the Dominican people by extension.
This government needs to generate new revenue streams for our people.
Because the people want to leave.
New opportunities for youth.
People want to leave.
So that they can enjoy life. Mr. Speaker, we the indigenous people of Dominica, we do not just want to survive.
Want to thrive.
We want to thrive.
To live, yes.
And I repeat that. We do not just want to survive. We want to thrive.
Yes. So look at what they do in the thing. Anyways, guys, let's continue a bit further right there.
I listened to the Honorable Rosalind Paul, and she said that our passports is the sale of our passports, the CBI program, is up.
I've heard Ian Douglas say that as well. I think I heard him say VAT, if not VAT, what else? And if not CBI, what else? So he's pretty much reiterating that these are the two things that can generate monies for Dominica, even though our growth factors are actually there, but they're not being utilized at all. That would be the reason why our nominal GDP is going up and our GDP or real GDP is going down, because we don't have much sales when it comes down to exports and the value of money is increasing. But anyways, some of all you have no idea what I just said there, so let's continue.
Our saving grace. She used these words to describe it. The CBI program is our pillar.
You said that, my girl. You said that. Stop your dirty ways.
She described it with these words: the pillar of economic industry, our saving grace, the CBI.
That's what she says.
But Mr. Speaker, I have here in my hand.
Now, guys, this is where it's get interesting about the passport sales. Remember, she's talking about the appliance of funding the unknown debt, and of course, they found out it was the CBI and so forth. So, where exactly are these monies coming from? She's pretty much asking that question. Where exactly are these monies coming from to fund these things? Obviously, if you're selling passports, somebody have to be selling it, true or false? Of course. And we know about Skerrit going to Islamabad and a number of places around the Middle East. And then all of a sudden we hear about passports being put out there. Of course, November. That's last month. Last month. Let's continue.
A photo of a woman selling passports.
Evidence.
Of passports.
No, she brought up the passport stuff. She showed the photos, and then the people pretending as if that is not the case at all. Listen to what they're saying. I love these things.
And I have seen on the internet circulating around.
We too.
Other photos of gentlemen,
Yes.
men, sitting in similar areas with these our
and not just sitting, you know, but they stated as well. They stated, remember guys, I showed you that video, and hopefully I'll post that link as well. Remind me guys, remind me so I can find that video. Remind me in the comment box below to send you guys that video where I indicated that very same thing of individuals literally speaking about selling Dominica passports. They had it in their hands and they're talking, hey, thanks to this particular company that they keep mentioning of handing us getting Dominican passports. It's true. It is one thing to get pictures, but they have video evidence, and I'm thinking the reason why she couldn't do that because they have no video stuff inside it for them to show. People in Pakistan literally talking about having Dominican passports to go and travel, and some have traveled to London. It is a fact.
Mr. Speaker,
Senator, it's not an official document. We have no idea what is the document.
No, this is the foolishness of the Speaker of the House. He's stating that it is not an official document, therefore it cannot be used. And it is not talking about if it's an official document or not. And regardless of that, what defines an official document? You mean the government of Dominica has to sign off to make it official? You mean the government of Pakistan and some of the other places over there, they have to sign off to say it's official? When we literally have seen this evidence out there of people holding Dominican passports talking about a certain company have been giving them funds. But I wish I remember the company name just off the top of my head. But anyways, let's continue.
Mr. Speaker, investigate.
Yes.
Then she says, well, investigate. So she's asking them to investigate that situation. She's asking them to do such a thing.
You can't be doing that. So,
Oh, she cannot be doing that. There's photo evidence circulated across Dominica, across the Caribbean, across the world when it comes down to this situation. She's pretty much saying, hey, okay, you say this? Well, investigate. Well, just say, okay, we'll look into it, or the people will look into it, or we'll have the government, will the government, or ask the government, will they look into it? That is how you find solutions for problems, not so. Will the government look into it? Yes, we will look into it and then provide a report on it and so forth and so forth. But unless if you actually are part of it, but you're trying to keep it as if it's not really real or something like that, then that means you're trying to hide something from the people if you don't want to investigate, even if which most likely is you that is involved in it. Because people cannot just come and sell Dominican passport just like that. They have to be approved by certain people, and we know that you were over there as well. It's not to say you were hiding, you were over there talking about school not rich yet. School not rich yet. Rowell, it don't reach. Where is the Rowell school? Alright.
Honorable Hector John, you are disturbing your member. I'm speaking to her.
But it wasn't Hector John alone I was talking there. It was the other people who were talking, women was talking. I never know Hector John talking like a woman. So that Speaker of the House, you have a problem. And one of the things I must state on this very thing right there, guys. Guys, if you believe the Speaker of the House have a problem, give this video a thumbs up for me, please. Let as much thumbs up as possible. Give this video a thumbs up if you think that the Speaker of the House has a problem and should be fired in this regard. Because I think he's an idiot. He's a willful idiot, not on the basis that it actually... We'll talk about that in a moment.
Okay, you are speaking while she's talking.
Mr. Speaker,
Senator, so do not wave this poster. Just proceed with your...
So why didn't you just say, okay, well, ask the government on the government side to investigate it? Unless you are probably trying to hide something as well, which means you are not suitable to be in the position you are in. She brought up a viable point with photo evidence, asking the question, what is going on there? A lot of things seem to be going on behind the backs of Dominica. Nobody knows. But all right then.
Presentation.
All right. So, Mr. Speaker, I think that the government of Dominica owes it to the citizens of Dominica,
Of course.
as well as to our development partners and allies, to make a statement
On these photos.
on the pictures that have been circulating.
Of
which
course.
appear to show Dominican passports being sold outside supermarkets.
Of course, you have to make a statement on that. You guys indicated that CDI is the #1 resource for Dominica to get monies. And yet still we're seeing strange people selling our passports, the same CBI program, and you don't want to say nothing about it? Blatant wickedness in the faces of the people. Blatant wickedness.
In areas of the world that
Where?
harbor terrorists.
Of course, that is a bad thing. We saw the pictures. We see the video evidence of people in Pakistan talking about that. And not to say everybody in Pakistan is that, no. But what if one of the rebels pick up, I stated this very same thing, what if one of the rebels pick up this stuff and then they're going someplace and doing harm in London or one of those places there? What if we know that there's criminals who have obtained diplomatic passports? There was a guy who met me, one of the people from, I was going to say his type, but let me leave that there. He stated he gave money to Blackmore, at $20,000, I think. He didn't say whether it's EC or US, but he stated that if he doesn't get his passport by December, he's leaving Dominica. He has a business. And he said if he doesn't get his stuff, he leaves Dominica. So then he told me that they wanted him to give them more money. They wanted him to give them more money for him to obtain his passports, even though he gave them, he said, under the table, yo. Boy, I tell you, boy, hey, I remember with my thing going on in that place. That's why. They were telling me how much years ago, 11 years ago, he gave that money, and they tell him you have to give an additional amount for him to get this stuff. He says he wants to buy land and stuff in Dominica. He cannot do that. He says he wants to keep his business afloat for him to get certain things. He wants to bring things overseas to come down. He cannot do that because he's not a citizen. And he paid money. He paid money and he hasn't gotten his passport for 11 years. He's co-worker. Oh, yo, boy, I can tell you, boy, you mad.
Now I want Dominicans to know. I want Dominicans to know that the sale of the passport is not any signs of productivity.
It's not. Productivity has to do with the economy and the elevation of the economy to sustain itself, not with outside selling of our sovereignties. It has to do with actual products, farming, agriculture, tourism, this kind of things that can sustain the people bringing money. But when one set of people is getting the money on the top, they can give you whatever they want, especially when there's accountability.
Again, you would have to withdraw the statement that in areas of the world that harbor terrorists.
But it's not a lie. It's not a lie. We're not saying all the places, we're not saying Pakistan is full of, no. We're not saying this place is thing, but we often hear about this kind of things taking place. Look right now in Afghanistan, they're even trying to trap those women now because, let me leave that alone.
Unless you would have to specifically say where you are talking about.
The Middle East. In the Middle East, you have to pretend like you don't know in the Middle East. So that means anybody can come there in the areas that they're selling and get passports.
But it cannot be a whole country. So
the woman tell you it's a whole country. She said in parts of the world where there's known to have terrorists. You two boys don't come for me,
you have to withdraw.
I withdraw.
And the only reason why she have to withdraw, guys, because she cannot say more. But anyways, guys, let's skip ahead.
Well, she didn't read the document. She just waved it. That's why I told her. Yes. Yes, that's what I told her.
Regina, stand up.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you.
But she had to refer to it. She's asking a question. Why don't you guys say all you do is investigation if all you pretend you don't? But let me continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So guys, this guy is coming up to then try to make some sort of scenario. Apparently there's no rule for what he's doing. And they have reiterated that, and he's coming to correct Annette on certain things that she stated. There's no rule to do such a thing. After your presentation, I mean, boy.
It's not working. This is not working. Yes.
So Lennox is asking, which standing order allows the speaker to come and speak on somebody else's topic when they spoke already? You gave your stuff, she spoke, you're not supposed to come and speak. So he's asking, which is the standing order? What is the rules on that? I want you guys to hear the rules. Okay, Uncle, pull out the rule book.
Yes, a minister has the privilege of being able to clarify.
Nonsense. What you saying there? Where you seen that rule? I go ahead of time, but let's continue.
I'm going to get it.
So the rule in 41.7, brothers and sisters. Let's keep ahead. We're wasting too much time.
What are you quoting?
41.7.
So he's also quoting 41.7 for him to come and, he's quoting the rule.
41.5.
41.5, okay, not
A
41.7.
member who has spoken on a question may...
No, guys, let me bring it back a little. I want you guys to see how foolish the Speaker of the House is. He's speaking the words himself and not understanding what he's saying. Let's continue.
A member who has spoken on a question may, with the Speaker's permission again, be heard to offer explanation of some material part of his speech.
Of his speech.
Which he claims has been misrepresented.
Of his speech. So if somebody questions him on his speech, he has to then do what? Alright.
But he shall not introduce new matter. He must offer the explanation immediately at the conclusion of the speech.
Of his speech?
Which calls for it. So he's saying that the senator is saying or has stated some things in her speech that he would like to clarify.
That's not true. So on the basis of that rule right there, Annette is the one who is supposed to, when you stand up or whatever, give your thing or whatever, you then have to say certain things. But that has not happened. Annette is the one who has the position to then answer to questions based off certain things. She's gone. She gave us stuff, she's gone. You want to come and then come back? They keep pointing his speech. That's why it's Mr. doesn't. He read it. He just read it a while ago. He read it.
I can defend myself.
Let's bring it back. The man still don't know what. And that is the Speaker of the House, brothers and sisters. You don't find we as Dominican people wicked to allow Mr. to be the Speaker of the House? The same man that they gave blows saying he cool a bakery. Boy, look good in that place. There is a speaker, he cool the house. His speech. So Annette is the one that is supposed to clarify certain things. Annette is the one based on that rule. Because Annette is the one giving her speech. Okay, let's change it. Let's change it. All you want to say is his. So let's say Anne. A boy. Let's say boy. Anne would be the one to then clarify her speech. Not you that come in to then clarify what she say. She's supposed to clarify for herself.
But the minute he stays on his feet, he
But you just say it. That's what I don't understand. He just say he's challenged, but he doesn't have the right to challenge it. That is the speaker of the house. That's supposed to know the rules. See Mr. Boy. See Mr. Boy.
He's going to clarify
But he cannot do that.
something he said in his speech.
He's saying no. He's going to clarify something he said in his speech. No, boy. The man literally says he's going to clarify something Annette said in her speech, not his speech.
Allow the minister to clarify. I don't know what he's going to clarify.
You know what everybody knows what he can clarify, my boy. Boy, I tell you.
Let's proceed.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. It will be
No, guys, I'm gonna play the part where he's clarifying his speech. Not yet. Let me see.
It was
But members, you don't know, we don't know
Of
what
course.
the minister is going to say.
But the man he say what he going to do.
Why would we stop him from clarifying? Why?
Boy.
But that's the only way we will know. But we cannot anticipate. So, minister, proceed.
Guys, the whole set of talking happening there. Let me continue. Let me go a little
But we
further.
cannot anticipate what he's going to say. Minister, proceed.
From Annette's speech. Of course. He said it. He literally said it.
That is not true. The minister
Well, tell us the rule that says that.
of government, listen to me, a minister of government can stand on any point of clarification.
There's a point of order. That is not point of which clarification.
So let us hear, hold on. Let's see what the minister has to say first. We cannot stop him before he talks.
But we know what he's going to say already. That is not part of the rule. He gave his speech already. And Annette gave her speech. And you want to say he has to come back to clarify what Annette says is not his speech, my partner. What is so hard to understand about that? Mr. is an idiot, brothers and sisters. He's an idiot.
We have said it 41.5.
But that is not the rule. Hey, I tell you, boy. I tell you, boy.
I don't know what he's going to say.
The man just say what he's going to do.
Minister, take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It was made very clear by Senator
Listen to what he's going to clarify, eh, guys?
Sanford that
Well, listen again.
it was made very clear by Senator
It was made very clear by
Sanford
Senator Sanford that.
I was unable to articulate certain parts of the discussion.
So he's planning to go on her speech. That is what he's trying to do. Trying to clarify her speech. But is she not supposed to clarify her speech?
because I was ashamed of what happening at our territory space. And in so doing, she proceeded to highlight a number of initiatives.
You see what he's doing? He's not clarifying his speech. He's trying to clarify her speech. Why?
We're not done within that space.
And you're still asking what we don't know what you're going to say? As the speaker of the house, you're supposed to say, okay, that's true. You are going to clarify your speech based on the standing order of 45.5, 41.5. You should not do that. It's his speech he's supposed to clarify, not her speech.
And I want to indicate that
Boy.
we did speak about the emergency facility, the zero waste program.
Point of order. Point of order is supposed to stop. That is how it's supposed to happen. Point of order based on something that's stated. The point of order.
The simply misrepresentation.
Honorable John, take your seat. The minister is on his feet.
The man literally said the thing. Boy, Mr. Does make me vex, you know, boy.
I'm not going to debate if you take your seat.
Another very important point that
Proceed, Honorable Minister.
thank you, Mr. Speaker, that the senator misrepresented the life.
If it's me, I'm making noise in a place, or you'll have to kick me out. I want to come. Aye. Boy, all you will be like the greatest show on earth if I ever come there.
Of the people in the Calabas space, speaking to the fact that the NEP, which I spoke about, is the only source of income. Is that correct?
He's trying to clarify her speech.
And they are successful farmers. There are people in the public service.
My brother, the lady mentioned the different. You may even say things you might never say. The man talk about the progress, what all you said in the budget and in the manifesto. That is not complete, it's zero. You coming to add to the girl's speech, boy, Mr. Easy, that boy.
The officials, and I just want to end very briefly that no sister of mine would discredit the work done.
Minister, you cannot go down that road. Focus on the substantive matters.
But you are allowing it, that's the problem. Yeah, Danny Lugie, don't worry, the speaker.
To apologize on behalf of the senator Sanford for misinterpreting the facts and as it relates to the representation and the work done by the government within the Kalinago space. Thank you so much.
But you have done nothing in the Kalinago territory. Kalinago people only watching my videos, only watch my videos too. Instead of all you overseas. But those in Dominica who watch my videos, big up to all you. Tell me if it's who that correct. Has the DLP done anything in and I stopped there? Well, let me just stop because I realized I have other things there.
Yes.
So now he stated the point. So by right, Annette is the one who's supposed to clarify. You stated something after her speech that was allowed by you. By right, Annette is the one who's supposed to best of standing order 41-5. Annette is then supposed to clarify. This is what Lennox is saying. Well, can she clarify now? He's telling her no.
She's not a minister. She's not a minister. And I allow the Honorable Minister to speak specifically to his ministry.
You spoke on Annette's speech. According to standing order 41-5. That is what that is saying. He tried to go down the road and you tell him he can't. But you allow him to speak. You see what I'm talking about? You see? You see? Guys, let me know your thoughts in this regard. I go long on this thing. I wasn't supposed to do this, guys. But hey, it just happened to be that way, brothers and sisters. I was going to do different parts. But let me know your thoughts in the comment box, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. That is the level that we have reached. That is the level we have reached. Anyways, guys, give this video a thumbs up and definitely subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come for. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.